You know what? Video gaming in 2025 has been a bit of a mixed bag, in my opinion. And I want to go through the games that I bought and played this year, give you my experience on it, and also talk about the games that did not come out this year, but that I played this year. Anyway, basically my video gaming experience in a nutshell. 2025 has been dominated by ports and remakes of old games. And it all started in the beginning of the year with two games that I bought as soon as they came out. Ys Memoir, The Oath in Felgana, and Luna Collection, the ports of the PS1 games of Luna 1 and 2. Now, Ys Memoir, the port of the PSP port of the PC remake of Ys 3. Damn, the Ys series. Very complicated when it comes to chronology. And later on, I played at least Luna 1. I have not played Luna 2 yet. And both are great ports of the original games. I recommend checking them out. If you're into old school RPGs, this is like an 8 to 10 hour action RPG. Probably the highlight of the mid-era of the Ys games, which started with Ys 6 and ended with Ys 7. Sounds weird, but there were a lot of games in the middle there. And Luna, a very basic, traditional JRPG. Basic but cool story, nice characters, relatively short with like 20 to 30 hours. Recommend playing this. I definitely am looking forward to playing the Luna 2 port of it as well. Other games that came out another game that took a lot of time from me was Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, the port of the Wii U game. I put 50-60 hours into this. I'm still not finished. What I'm loving about this, I like the Xenoblade games. I played 1 and 2, enjoyed them a lot. Have not played 3 yet. It's right there. I have not played it. But I bought Xenoblade X because every now and then I get this itch that I want to play World of Warcraft again and just run around in the world, doing side quests, just wasting my time. I'm not going to play an MMO anymore. It just takes up too much of your time and energy of the day. Xenoblade X is an offline MMO. The first two games tried to do that as well, and what annoyed me there is that the side quests are often locked behind story progression. So you get a side quest telling you like, kill the ogre, but the ogre does not appear until after the next story mission. And the game does not tell you that. Like you have a quest log with a side quest that you cannot do yet. And that annoys me. I like to do my side quests when I feel like it and then progress the story. You can do this in Xenoblade X. Like this is free, open world. Now the story does not matter in this one compared to the first two. It just does not matter at all. It's really more focused on exploration, side quests, leveling up, getting your rotation down. It's like an MMO. So recommending this one. I never had a Wii U. I never played the original. I stopped playing it because people found a toggle for 60 FPS mode. And I thought, fantastic, the Switch 2 is coming out and they're going to give us this free update that a lot of other games got. I've been waiting for this ever since. I don't think it ever came. Annoys me a lot because I stopped playing Xenoblade X when the next toy came out, the Nintendo Switch 2. It's right over there. It looks pretty. I have a lot of problems with it, but as an at-home plug-and-play console, it's pretty cool. I'm only getting physical cartridges. You know this about me. So at launch, I picked up 2 games. Well, of course, it is Mario Kart World. What else can you do? It's one of the best games on it. I enjoy it a lot more than Mario Kart 8. I was not a big fan of that. I like the 1 to A to B tracks and not the round courses. I know a lot of people do not. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the open world was a bit like bare bones. There was nothing to it, really. It was more of an area to drive around in while you were waiting for the next online match. So yeah, I was hoping for a big single player mode, did not get it, but the game itself is a lot of fun. And the one that ate all of my time at launch was Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Rune Factory is one of my favorite series. It's a spin-off of the Story of Seasons or Harvest Moon series. And this one is the most beginner-friendly. It's more action-based, it's more management-based instead of actually farming. You know, usually in the Rune Factory games, you are there like with your shovel digging in the dirt. Here you're more like a manager of all the farmers in the town. You tell them, do this, do this, do this. Make sure they're happy, they're fat, they have money, and they just produce stuff for you. It's more of a management game. And the crafting, which is usually a very complex and deep system in Rune Factory, is very slimmed down, made more beginner friendly, more fun to use, quite frankly, in this spin-off of the Story of Seasons series. Speaking of Story of Seasons, we got another one, Story of Seasons, the Grand Bazaar, I think like 1 or 2 months after the Switch 2 came out. I got the Switch 2 version. This is technically a remake of a DS game, but it's a name only. They took the concept of the bazaar and so on and a lot of the characters and remade the entire game around it. It's more of a successor to Pioneers of Olive Town on the Switch. I was not a big fan of Pioneers of Olive Town, however, this one is a lot of fun and probably one of my favorite Story of Seasons games since they rebranded from Harvest Moon. I'm still not finished with it. I took a break and never went back to it. But I plan on continuing because I have not finished it yet. I have not gotten married. I have not maxed out the bazaar and so on. There's so much more stuff to do. But after 50 hours, I felt a little bit burned out. But I'll go back to it in the near future. Now, we got other remakes to look at. Like I played, for example, Class of Heroes 3. If you're a fan of old school dungeon crawlers, this is the place to go. I would recommend getting it even before Class of Heroes 1 and 2 because it's definitely the most beginner-friendly and easy to access one in the entire series. And now it was originally a PS3 game only in Japan. Now it got localized for the Nintendo Switch. I got some other games that did not come out this year. For example, Mario RPG I played for the first time over here. That's a good one, even though I did not finish it. I was not a big fan of having minigames thrown at me the entire time. But that's what I did. Right now I'm playing another remake or port of a game, Tokyo Xanadu, a remake of a Vita game. It's very, very anime. Like if you're a fan of like 2010 to 15 anime of like the main hero, like Sword Art Online, like there's another world that normal people don't know about and you get sucked into it and so on. It's episodic as well, so you can have like this like 5 to 10 hour episode you play through. Like finish an episode each week. It's a lot of fun. It tries to be Persona a lot. It's not Persona. Even though it has a calendar system, it doesn't do anything in the game. It's not like Persona. I know a lot of fans of it were disappointed when they played it. But in the end, it's a mix of Ys and the Trail series. So if you're into those two, I recommend checking that out. There are some games on the PS4 I played for the first time. Yakuza 6, for example. This came out in 2016, almost 10 years ago. Can you believe 2016 is 10 years ago? Sorry, I don't know where that came from, but that just shocked me a little bit now that I said it. Now, Yakuza 6, it's the finale of the Kazuma series of Yakuza. After that, with Yakuza 7, they got a new main character. I wanted to play this for a while, but by the time I played through Yakuza 5, this was already out of stock everywhere. So I had to get it second hand last year. I found it at a store. Overall, it made me realize something that I just dislike a little bit. Yakuza 6 and Tokyo Xanadu as well, now that I think about it, is more of a game you watch. There's a lot more talking, a lot more video and so on going on than actually playing the game. I had my girlfriend over at one point and I was playing Yakuza 6 and she was just, I think, working or something next to me. And it was like almost an hour and I hadn't even touched the controller. She was asking me like, is this a movie or is this a game? And yeah, that's where I just realized, like, Yakuza 6, you put the controller down and you watch the movie. Like, and the game itself, the gameplay, is very stripped down to previous Yakuza games. You're back to one main character. I love that. I don't want other main characters. That I hated that. What Yakuza 4. But overall, like, the story is cool. It's a good end for the Kazuma storyline. But as a game overall, people compared it a lot to Yakuza 3, which is my favorite in the series, but it couldn't live up to that, sadly. Another game I played for the first time was Death Stranding. I wanted to play this for a long time, but I wanted to play through Metal Gear Solid 5 before that. I tried like playing Metal Gear Solid 5 over and over. I just can't get into it. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it, at least not yet. So I said, screw that. I'm just going to the next game. So Death Stranding, pretty cool game. I did a pretty straight playthrough. I did not deliver any additional parcels that I didn't have to. I didn't build the infrastructure. So it was more for the story, and it has cool characters, a cool world. The sequel to it on the PlayStation 5 I've not played. I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. A part of me was hoping that Death Stranding would blow me away so much that I would run out to get a PlayStation 5 finally to play the sequel to it. Oh, it did not, so I don't have a PlayStation 5 to play the sequel. But I know that if I ever get a PlayStation 5, Death Stranding 2 will be one of the first games I'm picking up because I enjoyed it. It was a pretty cool game, even though I miss the more focused nature of previous Hideo Kojima games. This one, the open world, is always fun to play in, but if you want to experience a cool story and go through cool boss fights and so on, the new games just don't deliver that, or at least Death Stranding does not deliver that. A very old school game I played for the first time, and that was a kind of a disappointment. Grandia Extreme. Now, I love Grandia 1. I love Grandia 2. I especially love the battle system in Grandia 1 and 2. And I love dungeon crawlers, where you just have one town, you go down into a dungeon. Man, I love that. Like Evolution on the Dreamcast, one of my favorites. And this is both. It has the battle system of Grandia and the dungeon crawling of the dungeon crawlers I love. The problem is, it does not work, like it does not deliver on that promise. And I'm so sad about it because it should be my favorite game. It should be the perfect game in the Grandia series for me. It does not deliver. It's super easy to begin with. There's not a lot of equipment upgrading and leveling up going on. It's more of a RPG, like normal story-based RPG, but with boring dungeons. And you just have to replay them and do all the puzzles again. And it's very annoying. It takes like all the worst aspects of a dungeon crawler and pairs it with probably the worst aspects of the Grandia series. And it was so easy up until this one boss I went to that it just beat me in seconds. I had no chance. Now, I cannot level up my levels against the enemies in that area because they're actually easy to defeat and they don't give me a lot of experience points. And the game doesn't really give you the chance to grind for materials, to upgrade your equipment and so on. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I know I can upgrade like my mana axe and so on, but not effectively. Like, it's not a game-changing upgrade when I do that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but the difficulty curve like was very flat, almost boring, and then it goes like this. So I just hit a wall. I did not continue playing it, and that made me very sad because I love the Grandia series and this should be my perfect game. Sadly, it was not. Now, other games I played Sonic Adventure 2 again, one of my most hated games, and I finally understand what's behind it. I still prefer Sonic Adventure 1. I did a whole video about this one. But Sonic Adventure 2, at least I don't hate it anymore. I'm still disappointed that it's the sequel to Sonic Adventure, but I don't hate it anymore. And another one, another series I started checking out this year, it came out of nowhere. I don't know why I even got into this. Mainly because it is by the Harvest Moon developers and published by Natsume as well. And it was an original Victor game. And one of the games that spawned out of a series that then became Harvest Moon, like more or less, like the River King series. Wheel Fishing, it's a fishing simulation game. It's pretty cool, actually. I played Wheel Fishing 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1. And then I played over here Wheel Fishing Wild on the Dreamcast. Sadly, as a Dreamcast fan, I have to tell you, this is not nearly as good as Wheel Fishing 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1. Very sad. I love the Dreamcast. I love the first Wheel Fishing games. But this one, which is a spin-off, just disappoints on a lot of levels. It's more arcadey as well. Maybe they wanted to do that on the Dreamcast for the bass fishing people. But overall, compared to Wheel Fishing 2, big downgrade. I have not played the third one yet. Apparently that's one of the best on the PlayStation 2. I want to play that. Later on, I was told that the PSP game, Wheel Fishing Great Outdoors, is a port of, or like basically a downgraded port of the PS2 game. But I want to check out Wheel Fishing 3 before I go into the PSP one. And then later on we got games for the Wii, Angler's Dream over here, for example. I have not checked this one out yet. But I definitely want to experience that more in the coming year, going down into the Wheel Fishing series. I know a lot of you enjoyed that series on my channel as well. So that's 2025. What do you think? I think it was very packed full of remakes and ports, at least in the genres that I was interested in. And maybe in the next year I want to check out more retro games. I think I decided I'll do a video about this to not buy as many games anymore. So I'll go into my retro love, play old school stuff again. And of course, I just have tons of stuff here that I have not played yet. Maybe it's time to play the stuff I have not played yet. So whatever 2026 brings, I'll be going back in time, enjoying old school stuff. And I hope you'll join me in this channel, on this journey, on this channel. What's your favorite game of 2026? What have you played? What would you recommend to me based on the stuff that I enjoyed? I thank you very much for watching. I see you in the next video. Bye.